Hey, what's going on? This is another episode of the Reporter Vlog for June 16th, 2025 on a Monday. Pretty much, pretty much double-headed Monday. Uh, you could say two stories dedicated to the Trump dogs. uh, where, where can we put? But with him is just never mind. I do my commentating after I read these last two stories. uh, each of my last two stories. Um, that's all you can pretty much say about it. Well, I swear, that's all you can pretty much say about the man with the orange skin. But this let's say part two doubleheader of where I left off at when I was on Instagram. Um, but let's get right into it. Trump administration gutted program aimed at preventing targeted violence. Aimed at preventing targeted violence. But let's get right into it. Like I said, Reuters, the Trump administration gutted a program that aimed to prevent targeted violence as part of its sweeping bid to downsize the federal government. A move that could come under fresh scrutiny after a deadly shooting of state lawmakers in Minnesota on Saturday. Center of Prevention Programs and Partnerships, part of the U.S. Department of the Homeland Security, works to reduce violent extremism due to intervention programs in schools, workplaces, and government offices. William Braniff, a former director of the office who resigned in protest in March, said the office went from having 45 full-time staff and several dozen contract workers to just a handful of employees currently. Trump administration has prioritized combating illegal immigration by shrinking other DHS offices. A factor Brennan cited, DHS is drastically reducing everything that is not related to the border and immigration security. He said, current head of the office is Thomas Fugit, a 22-year-old former Trump campaign worker who did not appear to have previous experience with countering the terrorism, violent attacks, and ProPublica reported earlier this month. The DHS and the White House did not immediately respond to the request for comment. Gunman posting as a police officer killed a senior Democratic state assembly woman and her husband on Saturday in an apparent politically motivated assassination, and wounded a second lawmaker and his spouse, Minnesota Governor Tim Walz, and law enforcement officials said. This was reported to Michelle Nichols, editing by Frank Powell. So I take some of my credits. Basically, this him. I guess dipping in his just living in the wonderland, living in the wonderland. You got a program helping to that helps prevent targeted violence when you when when you and you expect things to be okay. Let's put it like that. You expect his ideals. You expect things to run smoothly when you got programs to help out against problems that would happen in Minnesota. It's just not so. Just not smart. Just not smart. But it's not new when it comes to the man with the orange skin. I swear he he just he just he can't describe it no more. Especially in chapter two of Donald Trump. But these are the costs though of crazy decisions. And to sum it up, you cannot expect things to run smoothly. You cannot expect things to be okay. You are gutting the programs that uh, help prevent what they stand for. Well, he's that's not in this or in the normal world. You gutting the programs that help prevent targeted violence. And you expect that everything to be just fine. It's not a solution. It's okay though with the guys that it's okay with the violent offenders. Yeah, they glad Trump did that because these programs are not going to stop them. It just gives an open door. The lunatics that did their did what they did in Minnesota. That's what it does. It gives an open door to lunatics to do what they want to do. But this is the mind that he that he's operating with, and basically, bottom line, you just pretty much dealing with a felon. That's why you got to notice the patterns. Help deal with you got in the program. Help deal with violence in a violent uh, act happened not too long after that. But as far as the update on this program, on this story, though, they end up catching the guy the other day. End up catching the guy. Quick update on as far as a quick update on this story. But you see what he's working with. He's 2.0 now. Ever since he got back in January. Where he is now makes him seem makes him seem more G rated than he was his first chapter. And that's saying something. That's saying something. But this is some kind of story. Picking guys that have no experience. Who ever heard of picking a 22-year-old with no experience? No, with let's read that paragraph again. The current head of the office of Thomas is Thomas Fugit, 22 years old former Trump campaign worker who did not appear to have previous experience with countering terrorism and violent attacks. ProPublica reported earlier this month. 22 years old. I'm older than him by 24 years. Shoot. You know, like I say, you can't make this stuff up. It really isn't a surprise, but it just boggles the mind. Yeah, and bottom line is all about it's all about the government, all about fulfilling his agenda. He can care less about what these programs stand for. It's all about fulfilling his agenda, Donald Trump's agenda, and he wonders why the people are taking a stand in each city. He wonder why. Let me move on to our last story. Yeah, that's all I can add on to this one. Yeah, our last story. Okay. Okay. Yeah, last story. Yeah, last story. Woo. I, he got people out there. His fan base been pretty quiet lately, but as far as MAGA, but man, how can you not see? Even as a MAGA fan, how can a small bit of your mind don't start to wonder? Gutting programs that help out against what they far as what they stand for or what they stand against. It expects things to run smoothly by gutting them. All right, I'm crazy to stupid. Okay, our last story, and yeah, I guess this quadruple header, triple header. Um, Instant View, organization launches a Trump mobile smartphone phone service. That's it. Um, a Trump organization launches a Trump mobile smartphone service. Oh, shoot. From shoes to cologne, from T-shirts with him when he almost got assassinated, allegedly. Now, a mobile smartphone service. Oh shoot. Okay, it's Reuters again. Um, pretty much doing this story. It's Reuters again. Let's get right into it. The Trump organization launched a self-branded mobile service in a $499 smartphone on Monday, dubbed Trump Mobile. Let's read that again. The Trump organization launched a self-branded mobile service in a $499 smartphone on Monday. $499. Shoot. They cost more than them golden shoes. Dub Trump Mobile, signaling a new effort to court conservative consumers with a wireless service positioned as an alternative to major telecom providers. Shoot, no, I think telecom providers are gonna don't got nothing to worry about. The new mobile venture will include a call center based in the United States, phones made in America. The organization said. Oh man, the Trump organization, which is the main holding entity for U.S. Most of the U.S. presidents' business ventures said ahead of the Trump inauguration that control of the company would be handed to his children, replicating the arrangement from his first term. Though concerns about the potential conflict of interest remain. uh, Comments by Palalo Prestatori, TMT analyst, PP. Foresight, the latest move raises more questions than answers. As always, the devil is in the detail. Given that it is unclear around the actual commercial relationship with the telecom players and so forth. Heavily is seen today, we should expect to see backlash from a slew of stockholders. All parties will be keeping a close eye on how this evolved. Brian Mulberry, client of portfolio managers Zacks Investment Management, is pointed at Apple. There's a really big downward price pressure on that Apple's trying to do. Yeah. There's been a kind of an opening for this type of device. If you if you will simply because of not just Apple but Samsung devices to a certain extent as well have really gotten so expensive and you think its device is not expensive. Yeah, Samsung device to a certain extent as well have really gotten so expensive in the moment in time. We haven't really seen the big of the measurable increase in utility. Most of the apps that you can download on the smartphone are just like super search kind of functions, if you will. So having the same functionality as half of the price, there's a market out there for that. I think it's going to get probably some extra attention because it has Trump's name on it. But I think the marketplace has been ripe for this type of competition. Competition is always a good for consumers, and the benefits markets in general is going to drive people to be more productive and compete more for consumers. The consumers dollar. They've been wagging their head of equities. Aptus Capital Advisor, Cincinnati, Ohio. You really think this smartphone is going to knock out some of the heavyweights in the cell phone game? No, it's not. It's not happening. Not happening. It's $499 for this Trump smartphone. Who in the world, unless you are MAGA, who in the world would buy this? Who in the world would buy this? It, this is not going to touch T-Mobile. It's not going to touch Samsung. It's not going to touch anybody else because they expand on on what they dish out. And you expect him to expand on this? Even it wouldn't matter if he did leave it to his kids. Yeah, they don't know nothing about how to expand upon cell phones, make them better, bigger and better. And other things. But like I said, this is the world. This is what he. This is the world of Trump. This is the world of Trump. $499 smartphone on Monday. Dubbed as Trump Mobile. You will have to be a serious lunatic to write a check for this $499. Shoot, for a mobile smartphone. Boy, and this is supposed to be America first. Once again, America has no cell phone capability as far as the cell phone game. It's the people outside America that have the capability of making cell phones. It's gonna be the cheapest, highest priced, cheapest phone of all time. It's what it's gonna be. Made out of anything. Because expect this to be made inside the United States. Sorry. China China makes the sales. Mm. This ain't gonna be coming close to being a success. Because the United States don't have that capability to make this and to expand upon it. $499. He just trying to cash in on his name again. That's what this is all about. And this is supposed to be America first. It's supposed to be. He's talking about America first. This ain't first. It's all about getting more money from the people through his name. $499 smartphone. $499 smartphone. MAGA, MAGA, MAGA. Boy, your champ needs help. Your champ needs help. Shoot, who in the world? Who in the world? Like I said, he cares. All he cares about himself. All about self. Donald Trump. That's all he cares about. Who in the world is gonna be able to pay for something like this? $499. It's all about, but like I said, it's all set up for the people like that's rolling in it, like him. He could care less about his fan base buying this mobile phone. He could care less. Now, my fault you wrote a check and you had to pay your light bill. Now my fault you wrote a check and you had to pay your pay for food. Shoot, that's what it's all about. It's story right here sums up the triple header. Sums it up. But you got still got people out floating around in the world that would justify this. A $499 smartphone with his name on it. His mobile service is gonna win over the heavyweights of the cell phone world. That's not happening. Trump Mobile. It's not happening. It's a loss. Shoot. And you expect these kids to spend on Trump Mobile? They've been in all these cell phone providers and these cell phone companies. They've been in the game too long to allow this cheap newcomer to come along and knock them off the dome. Knock them off their dome. That's not happening. Put this on the list of his failures. Put this on the list. Because this is a loss. From his shoes to his cologne to his t-shirts with his picture on it when he got shot, allegedly. And now this, Trump Mobile. But what do y'all think about it? I'm gonna leave this up to the audience. You got any thoughts on this one? Uh, put it in the comment section of his his double header of this episode of the Reporter Vlog. Uh, that's all I got. All I can put on this one. Obama. Anyway, that's all I can put on this one. Can't take more away from it or add on to it. Like I said, MAGA, your champ needs help. He needs Jesus. But had to do it though. Yeah, have a good one. This is an episode of the Reporter Vlog for June 16, 2025. Y'all have a good one. I'm gone.